Have you ever wondered about your purpose? Why are you here? You are not here by accident. God has a plan for you. He created you with unique gifts and talents. When you use them for Him, you find your purpose. Living with purpose brings joy. It gives you direction. You know why you get up each morning. You have goals to reach. You have people to help. This is what makes life exciting. It's easy to feel lost sometimes. Life can be confusing, but God is always with you. He guides you. Listen to His voice. He will show you the way. How do you find God's plan? It starts with prayer. Talk to God. Ask Him to show you His will. Read the Bible. It's like a letter from God to you. It's full of wisdom and guidance. Pay attention to your interests. What are you passionate about? What makes you feel alive? God often speaks to us through our desires. He can use your passions for His glory. Don't be afraid to step out in faith. Sometimes God calls us to do things that scare us. Trust Him. He will give you the strength you need. Remember, He is always with you. The Bible is filled with stories about God's plan. Think about Joseph. He was sold into slavery. But God had a bigger plan for him. Joseph ended up saving Egypt from famine. God also had a plan for Esther. She was a young woman living in a foreign land. She became queen and saved her people from danger. These stories teach us that God can use anyone. God has a plan for you too. It might not be easy, but it will be worth it. Trust in His promises. He says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Jeremiah 29:11. When you live for God, you find true fulfillment. You experience a joy that the world cannot give. Your life has meaning and purpose. You make a difference in the world. I've experienced this in my own life. When I started writing books for God, I found my calling. It brings me joy to share His love with others. This is what God created me to do. God has a purpose for your life too. It's waiting for you to discover it. Embrace His plan. It's the greatest adventure you'll ever have.